polygon, I can just select some polygons, for example, by random. I would say I just want to select 70% of the polygons, and if I hold my Shift key, then I can just add my topology only to this part of this selection, which is actually quite nice. If I just choose this part of the polygons and then again hold my Shift key, then you can just see what it does, and just changes my selection. Okay, this was based on a really simple topology I changed with my tessellation tool. There's also another modifier which we want to look at, that's a modifier tessellate. I again have my basic object, and in width direction I just increase the segments, and in my modifier menu I just choose my tessellation, and here you can see that I have different kind of settings. I can increase the iterations. You can see that it has a big impact on my topology, and change some settings here. And if I want to pimp it up a little bit again with my topology and would like to play with this, of course I have to add an edit modifier, edit poly modifier, and then can again choose some of these patterns, and you can see that the whole thing is slightly distorted again because the tessellation goes now around the corners. And if I change to my hard smoothing settings, then you can see that it's a more or less folded structure based on my topology. It really depends on with which kind of geometry and topology you start. It's more like playing with geometry, and you have less control than using 2D shapes to build up your folded structure. What I would like to show you the next minutes is how you can continue working with this, probably make a building structure out of this. I will add a new edit poly, and I do this a little bit like Photoshop with layers. I just use for every step one edit poly, and I just call this edit poly windows, and I just choose some of these polygons, and probably I just choose this by random. This is always nice if I don't have a specific idea what kind of surfaces I would like to choose. Then I just let the computer do it, and I think this is, for example, already looks quite good. I can extrude this a little bit, for example, to the inside, which I did right now. I can extrude it by polygons, which doesn't look so good because they're not connected. It's much better to do it by groups right now. And these could be my windows in my design, and I want to separate my windows and just make a new object out of this. In my edit geometry, I go to detach, and what you can see right now, I have my box, and I also have my new object, which I just call windows right now. So these two objects I have. My box is still my basic design, and call it design basic. And if I just have my windows right now and my basic design, I can just continue like this. What I do next is I will add another edit poly. And there's something different I do right now. I can animate a lot of modifiers, for example, also like the modifier edit poly, and I again select polygons by random. Now I go to 40% like this, and just let the computer suggest some of my selections. And what I can do is, in these terms, I can probably again go to extrude. I can extrude it in all directions. And the nice thing about this is that just because I used the setting animate, I can still work on my geometry, for example, add an FFD box and move my control points, which I do right now. Just make this a little bit smaller and this a little bit bigger. Okay, I just modified a little bit to have a better idea of my design and what I can do with this. And I can just go back into my edit poly extrude, and you can see that there's one menu. It's called settings, which you normally don't have. I can go into the settings and I can change it again in a parametric way. My extrude, and that's really nice. You can pile up a lot of modifiers, and if you work in edit poly with animate, then you can always come back to these settings and work on this. And really important, whatever you do, you always have to close it with this confirm buttons, otherwise the animate function is gone. Okay, so the last thing we can do is we can just add some material. I have two materials. For example, for this one I use this gray, and then again I choose my windows, and I already prepared this glass material, and then we are already ready to render our little structure. Okay, just because we didn't we used the FFD modifier for the basic shape, we didn't use it for our windows. You can see that the windows don't fit anymore. What you can do is you can just copy, right mouse click, copy this FFD modifier from our basic design and choose our windows, and right mouse click on edit table poly, you can paste it, probably like an instance, and then you can see that it just fits right now. And if you make a quick visualization, which I did beforehand, it already looks like an interesting starting point.